Miss Bell.
Good evening po, and to the rest of panel board of judges, good evening as well po.
Okay, here's my question. What advice would you give to someone struggling with coming out?
Come again po.
What advice would you give to someone struggling with coming out?
Hindi ko na po kailangan pilit-pilipitin pa ang aking dila upang makapagsagot ng wikang banyaga. Hayaan niyo pong sagutin po ang inyong katanungan sa wikang Katagalugan upang mas lalong maunawaan ng mga tao na naririto. Ang katanungan ay ganito: anong advice ang mabibigay ko sa taong takot pang mag-come out o ilabas ang tunay niyang pagkatao? Naniniwala po ako na hindi mo mabibigay kung ano ang meron ka. Ngunit isa lamang po, buksan mo ang iyong isip, puso at higit sa lahat, tenga. Naniniwala po ako na ang taong takot pang mag-come out ay hindi mo kailangan madaliin. Hindi mo kailangan pilitin sapagkat lahat tayo ay may kanya-kanyang laban na pinagdadaanan. Maaring sa iba ay tahimik at maaring sa iba ay hindi. Ngunit ang isang advice na gusto kong sabihin sa kanya, huwag kang matakot na ipakita kung sino at ano ka. Parang isang paru-paro na patuloy kang maglakbay, patuloy kang lumipad upang ipakita kung sino at ano ka. Dahil sabi nga nila, it will set you free kung magpapakatotoo ka. Maraming pong salamat.
Very well said, candidate number 9. Mahusay this. Judge number
1, please.
Judge number 1, Miss Jenny Kawasaki.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello po.
Good morning. Okay. Okay. Kung bibigyan ka ng pagkatagalugin ko Kung bibigyan ka ng pagkakataon na manalo ngayong gabi, ngayong umaga, ano ang unang-una mong gagawing pagbabago para sa mga LGBTQIA community?
Come again.
Kung bibigyan ka ng pagkakataon, sige, Englishin ko. If you win tonight, what is the first change you would implement in the LGBTQIA community?
Well, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, I will start it with myself. Sisimulan ko po ito sa aking sarili upang bigyan ng magandang layunin ang LGBTQ community. Dahil naniniwala po ako, mga kaibigan, ang diskriminasyon ay nagsisimula sa ating mga bakla na kung saan tayo mismo ang naghihilahan pababa. Naniniwala po ako, mga kaibigan, na imbis na i-afflict mo ang isang tao, ito ay hinahatak mo pababa. Naniniwala po ako, mga kaibigan, na kung mananala po ako sa pagkakataong ito, hindi ko po ipuputong ang corona sa aking uto, bagkos sa aking puso. At sa pamamagitan nito, hihikayatin ko po ang lahat nagsimula ng pagbabago sa ating komunidad. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much. Pika Judge candidate number...
I pick Judge number 7.
Anong napili na? Judge number 7.
Number 7.
Mrs. Bon Jovi Trinidad.
Anong question mo? Miss Boncharia.
Good morning. So this is my question. Very simple lang naman. How can you say that Sojibil is more of a human rights than just an LGBT rights? Again, how can you say that Sojibil is more of human rights than just an LGBT rights?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. The question that bestowed on my shoulder is what I can say if the Soji Bill is more than LGBTQIA plus rights. Thank you. So I can say that human rights or Soji Bill is more than human right, or it's more than LGBT rights, because Soji Bill is not only for LGBT community. It is all gender here in our society. And when we talk about Soji Bill, it is something that protects us from discrimination, from gender, like gender stereotypes that we experience as adult LGBT in our marginalized society. However, instead of talking about SOGI bill, the first thing that comes to my mind is we need to respect ourselves if we want to pass SOGI bill. Why do I say so, ladies and gentlemen? Because if we respect ourselves, we can respect or we can gain respect from other people. Kung kaya't ang SOGI bill po ang mananatiling armas para protektahan kaming mga LGBT. Yun lamang po.
Ay, maraming. Hello. And, pick a judge name, please. Judge number 9, Rusty Lopez. Mr. Rusty Lopez. Pero pong mikropono, kung hindi niyo pong masama sa inyo.
Hi, candidate number 4.
Hello.
Ito yung tanong. Anong usaping pangbansa ang nais mong pag-usapan kapag nakaharap mo ang presidente ng Pilipinas? Anong usaping pangbansa ang nais mong pag-usapan kapag nakaharap mo ang presidente ng Pilipinas?
Thank you so much. That is actually a very crucial topic, and it is actually one of the hardest for tonight. Simply because when we talk about problems of our nation, most especially here in the Philippines, we have a lot of problems wherein we need to address. But for me, this comes close to my heart because it comes with our sovereignty and our safety. And I would like to address the problem with the West Philippine Sea regarding our territories. Many would say that I will address SOGI bill or anti-discrimination and so on, but I am much more concerned with my safety, most especially the safety of my country. And if I can address this, I will just ask the President, is West Philippine Sea really ours? And if so, why are there still Chinese military bases that are ongoing there wherein they prevent our fellow fishermen who are Filipinos to fish there, wherein there is already a statement from the United Nations that the West Philippine Sea is ours. And I will ask our President, what are your plans to maintain our sovereignty, our territory, and most of all, what are your plans for the safety of the Filipino people? Why? Simply because with all of these ongoing threats with our nation, only possible cause and leg of this is war. Nakakatakot pakinggan na maaaring dumating sa gera ang ating bansa. Handa po ba tayo na isakripisyo ang mga inosenteng mamamayan, ang mga inosenteng pulis, militar, at kung ano-ano pa man? Kaya kailangan nating malaman ano ba ang plataforma, ano ba ang dapat gawin ng gobyerno, because we have that right to seek for knowledge, to know if we are safe, to know that if one day we can be able to live without bombs, without threats, without jets that are swarming all over us, just like what's happening in Israel and Palestine. Dahil sabi nga nila mga kaibigan, the Filipino is worth dying for. And still that question, does that question still remain? Actually, I have a lot of questions for the President, but I reserve them for today. Because you know what? At the end of the day, lagi sana nating pakakatandaan na ang Pilipinas ay para sa atin at para sa mga Pilipino, hindi para sa iba. Sabi nga sa ating lupang hinirang, ang mamatay ng dahil sa iyo. At sana, yan ang maipamutawi para sa ating lahat. Yun lamang ho, maraming salamat at magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Maraming salamat! Candidate to the judge?
Konti na lang! Konti na lang, ikaw na!
Judge number 5, Chairman Anthony Magno.
Hi, good morning. Technology aims to make the lives of people easier. As technology evolves, its downside becomes more evident as well. Do you think technology is hurting our communication skills? Again, Technology aims to make the lives of the people easier. As technology evolves, its downside become more evident as well. Do you think technology is hurting our communication skills?
Hinihingi ko po ang panandaliang pananahimik ng ilan upang sa ganun unawaan po ng lubusan ng aking sabing kasagutan. Ang katanungan ay humindayog sa ganitong pamamaraan. Sa tingin ko nga rin mo ba, ang teknolohiya daw mo ba ay nakakasira ng komunikasyon ng bawat tao? Para po sa akin, hindi po. Dahil ang teknolohiya ay tumutulong po sa ating mga tao upang mapaunlad ng ating mundo. Nasa tao po yan kung gagawin natin masama ang teknolohiya. Nasa tao po o nasa paggamit po ng tao kung mapapasama mo ang tinatawag natin teknolohiya. Dahil sabi nga nila, mga kaibigan ko natin manonood, merong mabuti at masamang paggamit ng teknolohiya. Kung gagamitin natin ito sa mabuti, malamang makatutulungan tayo nito ng lubos. Pero kung gagamitin natin ito sa masama, malamang tayo mismong mga tao ang sisira ng teknolohiya. Ang tunay na beauty queen, sumasagot direkta sa punto. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much. Candidate number 10. Candidate number 6, pick a judge, please. Judge number 10, Madam.
Good morning. Good morning po. Ito yung tanong ko. Ano ang masasabi mo sa mga nagaganap na bullying at discrimination sa sarili mong komunidad sa LGBTQ? Lalo na sa mga pagkakataong may pagkakaiba sa opinyon na maaaring patungkol sa politika sa mundo ng showbiz at iba pa.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful answer. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the recent study, 50% of the mental health problems start at the age of 14. So the number keeps growing day by day. So my advice is that whatever life gives you is always essential. Please know that people will always have the tendency to judge you based on your identity. But always remember that never let the society dictate your personality or who you should be. You're a beautiful human. Let your true color shine and let the people love you for who you are. Thank you.
Patrick, can I have the numbers of the Kineso?
I pick Judge number 8.
Judge number 8, Kagawan Pao. What's your question?
Hi, good morning. Happy Fiesta Tondo, del Tondo, Manila. Hello, candidate number 12, may ganyang. This is my question. Kung ikaw ang papipiliin, ano ang pipiliin mo? Ang hindi ka mahal, pero hindi ka iiwan? O mahal ka, pero paalam na? Ulitin ko. Kung ikaw ang pipiliin, ano ang pipiliin mo? Ang hindi ka mahal, pero hindi ka iiwan? O ang mahal ka, pero paalam na?
To be honest, that is a really hard question because we as an individual, we experience different kinds of love. Maybe it loves from the family, love from loved ones, and love from our friends. But the question that was given to me is just like, I'd rather choose the... It's kind of hard actually. Siguro, ang pipiliin ko na lang po yung tama hindi ako mahal, pero hindi ako iiwan. Dahil, alam naman po natin, sa ating mga sarili, na karamihan po sa atin ay iniiwan. Karamihan po sa atin ay pinagtatak sila at niloloko. So, mas pipiliin ko na lang po yung tao, mahal ako, ay hindi ako mahal, pero hindi ako iiwan. Because eventually, once I showed him my love, and my intentions towards him, then definitely he would learn how to love me unconditionally. Thank you so much.
There you have it, Miss Mega Young. Microphone.
Hi.
Pick a judge, candidate number 13. Judge number 2, our Mrs. International Philippines.
Good morning po. Good morning. You're so beautiful. Thank you. You too. Thank you. Okay, here's my question. If you could break any rule for one day, what would you break? Okay, thank you very much for that very interesting question. If I would have the opportunity to break one rule for one day, what would that be and why? You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Just to tell you that I am in love right now. I am with my hubby for almost 2.5 years. And if ever there is one certain rule in our country that I would break in a day, that would definitely to marry him in front of the altar. Why do I say so, ladies and gentlemen? Let's face the reality that in this religious country, we are not accepted to marry a man because we love him. The Catholic Church doesn't give us the opportunity to marry who we really want to marry. But then again, if I were to break that rule, I want that man to walk down the aisle with me full-heartedly, without any hesitation. Because always remember, love is the highest empathy of the human beings. Love should never be a barrier for you to showcase who you really want to live your life with. Love is mysterious, and love is a precious thing that you can give to any human form. Therefore, I believe if I would break that rule, me and my hubby will live our life being happy. And God will definitely accept us because love has always no gender. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Candidate number 2.
Hi. This is your question. What aspects of Filipino culture do you think should be highlighted more in the Piliin Mo ang Pilipinas campaign?
Maraming salamat po sa inyong napakagandang katanungan. Marahil sa pagkakataon pong ito, maraming bagay ang pumapasok sa aking kaisipan. Ngunit isa lamang po ang nangibabaw. Nararapat lamang po na mas ma-highlight ang mga magsasaka natin. Bakit? Dahil kung hindi po sa magsasaka natin, wala pong pagkain o bigas sa ating lamesa. Dahil naniniwala po ako, masakit man sabihin, ngunit ito ang katotohanan. Kung sino pa ang nag-aalay ng dugo at pawis, minsan sila pa ang hindi nabibigyan ng karapatan na magkaroon ng sapat na pagkain sa kanilang lamesa. Kaya nararapat lamang po na mas bigyan natin ng highlights ang mga magsasaka o ang local farmers. Because I firmly believe that nararapat lamang na bigyan ng sapat na pagkain at pondo ang mga local farmers dahil sila ang dahilan kung bakit may laman ng ating tiyan. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat.
Oh, very well said by Ms. Rabia Mateo. Judge number 3.
Hi.
Hello po. Good morning, sir. And good morning to the panel of judges.
Okay, here's your question. Why do you think that people have a negative image on this specific kind of budget?
Come again, sir?
Okay, I'll repeat it for you. So, why do you think that some people have a negative image on this specific kind of budget?
Thank you very much for that very timely and very relevant question. So the question that was given to me is, why do I think that some people have a negative idea about pageants such as this one? Let's go straight to the point, sir. It is because of the stereotypes that pageants like this is putting up, especially in those pageant-patty people. And what is that stereotype? That some pageants are already built. Luto na po ang ibang laban.
Meron pong mga patimpalak na isinasagawa, ngunit ang mga kandidata ay may kakilala. Ang mga kandidata ay dala-dala ng organizer. Ang mga makeup artist may kakilala sa mga nakaupo. That is the reason why there are such negative thinking to those pageant-patty fans that we have, especially nowadays that we have social media or Facebook Live. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to break that stereotype. As a beauty queen, a certified beauty queen from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, I have brought myself in that 3 islands by myself, as Yegla Victoria, not knowing anyone or everyone in that specific place. Hindi po ako marunong mag-Bisaya, hindi ako marunong mag-Cebuano, ngunit tumungtong ako sa kanilang entablado at ako po ay nanalo sa kanilang mga lugar. And I would like to say that not all pageants should be stated as a negative thing of what a stereotype pageant is. Dahil hindi lahat po ng mga tinatawag nating mga queens or contesera ay nabubuhay sa pandaraya. Because some of us, let's be honest, this is our bread and butter. So we join different competitions. So the only thing that we do as pageant queens is to always practice sportsmanship. Because sportsmanship is not only something that you practice in sports, it can also be applied in the stage itself. Tatanggapin mo kung hindi ka mananalo dahil hindi po palagi ay araw-araw Pasko. At hindi po palagi lahat ng contest ay hawak-hawak ng iisang kandidata. Dahil ang tunay na corona ay wala sa entablado at ang tunay na laban ay wala rito, kundi na sa tunay na kwento ng isang buhay, ng isang bakla o isang tunay na tao. So lagi po natin makatatandaan na hindi po natatapos dito sa stage ang aming buhay. Pagkus, dapat natin isulat sa ating kanya-kanyang mga tahanan kung ano nga ba ang gusto natin iwanan legacy rin sa ating mundo. And the only legacy that I would like to end here on the stage, of course, is that we LGBTs only want love and support. So no matter what happens, dear candidates, whoever wins this pageant for tonight, let's love and accept her for who and what she is. It may not be your time as a queen for tonight, pero laban lang ng laban dahil marami pong gabi at hindi po araw-araw ikaw ang tatangalin. At kung pumalakpak ka sa iba, papalakpakan ka rin nila pag ikaw na. Maraming salamat po.
Very well said, candidate number 8.